The New England Patriots have worked out former Tennessee Titans first-round pick cornerback Caleb Farley, and this could be a steal because as Patriots fans, we remember during that 2021 draft, we wanted the Patriots to actually trade back into the first round after drafting Mac Jones in order to select Caleb Farley. Let's break it all down. What's going on, you guys? It's your boy Colby, also known as Patriots Global, back here with another video. And the New England Patriots, they're still looking to add to this roster, more specifically with young players who maybe are still in their prime, who they can still develop so that they can be around when the Patriots do start contending again. And Caleb Farley definitely falls under that category. Now, of course, guys, as always, today's video is brought to you by BetUS. We'll talk to you guys a little bit later how you can have some extra fun this upcoming football season and get a limited time exclusive offer of a 125% sign-up bonus on your first 3 deposits all the way up to $2,000. We're also doing another really cool thing this upcoming season. As you guys know, I'm doing something different this year. I'm going to be doing live watch parties for all of the Patriots games for this upcoming season, and I wanted to do something a little different than everybody else does. I wanted to add a little bit more fun to it than just sitting here and talking about what's going on. And that's why we are adding a game element to our upcoming live streams via Locker. Now, what Locker is it's basically just this fun game that you guys can play with me and other members in the chat during the upcoming football season. So basically how this app works is, like I said, it's a game. So for the Patriots week 1 game against the Bengals, it might say on this drive, who's going to have the most receiving yards? And it'll show DeMario Douglas, Jalen Polk, T. Higgins, Jamar Chase. And you have to guess who's going to have the most receptions or who's going to have the most yards, who's going to rush for the most yards. And basically, when you're right, it'll give you a certain amount of points. People who end up with the most points will actually get a prize at the end of the season. Now, usually it is a $25 buy-in just because the top 10 winners at the end of the season are actually going to get a real cash prize. But I've actually teamed up with Locker to get you guys a free opportunity. So right now, all the way up until Friday, you guys can enter for free to play with me and still be in the running for a cash prize. All you have to do is use that code PATS, P-A-T-S, when you download the app. I'll have a link in the description box below that you guys can download it from. Go to your app store. You can also do that, or just scan the screen right now. But moving back here to Caleb Farley. So Farley is still only 25 years old. Like I mentioned, entered the league originally as a first-round pick by the Tennessee Titans back in 2021. Unfortunately, all the potential that he showed at the collegiate level and even at times in the NFL has been plagued by injuries, so much to the fact that he has only played a total of 12 games in his entire NFL career so far, again, since getting here in 2021. And unfortunately, too, that's the reason that he hasn't been signed yet. I mean, a guy who's had 3 seasons in the NFL as a former first-round pick has the size, the ideal size to play cornerback at 6'2". Usually those guys get picked up immediately. I mean, even as a project piece, but Caleb Farley isn't on an NFL roster. He's not even on a practice squad right now. And unfortunately, that's all been highlighted because of that injury. He's been dealing with a back injury since entering the NFL that limited him during his 2022 season, but that's also the reason that he was out the entire 2023 season. So really, he also hasn't played football since 2022. And really, it's that nagging back injury that has kept Caleb Farley out of the game over the last couple of seasons, but that's not what kept him out during his rookie season in 2021. During that 2021 season, Caleb Farley ended up going down with a torn ACL and dealt with a hamstring injury during that summer. So, I mean, this poor guy has just been plagued after plague after plague, dealing with more injuries within his first 3 seasons than the majority of players deal with their entire NFL careers. I mean, a hamstring injury, a torn ACL, and a nagging back injury, it really doesn't get worse than that. And at this point in his career, is he ever going to be a reliable, true number one cornerback? No, but the Patriots also don't need that. They're looking for a number two. They're looking for a number three. They're looking for a depth guy. And luckily enough for them, even if they do want to sign Caleb Farley for this upcoming season, rather, they don't have to necessarily worry about him being a liability. We know that the name of the game for the 2024 season here in New England is going to be based off of development. We want to see our young pieces develop and know that we have a future. Not, hey, 2024 is going to be competitive. So even if they sign him and he deals with some injuries or he's a little bit behind the eight ball in terms of development, the Patriots can deal with that as long as the season progresses, he's on an upward trajectory. Now, looking at his 2021 stats, he had 4 solo tackles. He was targeted 9 times, 7 receptions allowed. Overall, a 45.7 PFF grade. Not a great coverage grade either of 40.7, but a really good run defensive grade of 71.8. And that's also kind of been the name of the game for Caleb Farley throughout his NFL time, is that when he's on the field, he has not been great in coverage. And I don't necessarily blame him going from the collegiate level to the NFL level. The competition is so much more difficult. It takes time to get used to it. And because of those injuries, he hasn't really had the time to be able to do that. But one thing that has stayed consistent while he's on the field is just how dynamic and of a difference maker he is in the run game. And we know that the Patriots do view that as high priority in their defensive backs. Guys who aren't just good in coverage, but they can play closer to the line of scrimmage and make plays also in the run game. But that rookie season for him in terms of defending the pass, I mean, it really wasn't all that great. 2 total missed tackles, a 101.4 passer rating allowed, and was allowing 10.7 yards per reception, which is really a first down per reception. Looking at 2022, things really didn't get all that much better for him before, of course, he went down with that back injury. 10 solo tackles, targeted 13 times, 9 receptions allowed, overall grade of 42.5, an astounding run defensive grade, though, of 84.7, and a coverage grade of 34.7. Overall, had a total of 3 missed tackles, allowed a passer rating of 151.4, and allowed 22.7 yards per reception. And then, of course, this past season for 2023, there's no numbers, there's no statistics, there's no gradings because he just did not play at all. Now, guys, real quick, I want to talk to you about my buddies over at BetUS with the football season officially kicking off. I'm sure a lot of you guys, you want to have some extra fun this upcoming football season, and there's no better way to do that than with BetUS. And right now, BetUS is giving you an opportunity you're not going to find anywhere else. It's a limited time exclusive offer of a 125% sign-up bonus on the first 3 deposits that you make all the way up to a crazy $2,000. Again, that more than doubles the money that you put in. So let's say, for example, you put down $100. Because of that 125% sign-up bonus, that turns into $225 for you to play with. More money you put in, obviously, the more money you are going to get out of it. Remember, guys, most importantly, play smart, play responsibly. Make sure you are allowed to bet in your state. Great thing about BetUS is that no matter what state you're in, you will be able to play because it's available in every single state. And also play responsibly. Never bet more than you can afford to lose. And if you or somebody you know, somebody you love needs help, please reach out and get the help you need. There are free ways to be able to do that. If you need help, please reach out to me, reach out to really anybody to get that help. But of course, I will make sure I point you in that right direction if that is what you need. Remember, supporting the sponsors that support the channel is directly supporting me here at Patriots Global. We quite literally could not be here without the support of these sponsors. So if you guys want more Patriots content, you want more, videos of me analyzing games and breaking things down, live play-by-plays, all of the great content that we bring you, make sure that you guys sign up for BetUS and support them. A little bit more here about BetUS. They have the fastest payouts in the industry, 200% crypto deposit bonus, fast and easy deposit and withdrawal process, 24/7 personalized service, 365 days a year. You can even wager on all live major games. They have the best betting variety in the business. You can even get a 10% back on your net losses 2 times a year, and BetUS can even give you your very own personalized account manager. Link in the description box below, pinned in the comment section below, guys. Play smart, but have some extra fun, baby, this upcoming football season. Guys, we're going to do a bet live right here, right now. So go ahead, pull up your BetUS account and join me in making a bet here for the Patriots upcoming game. Where are they? because this is absurd, right? The Patriots are plus 338 odds to beat the Cincinnati Bengals. The Bengals are like the clear-cut favorites to the point that you would think the Patriots are going to get smacked. Jamar Chase, at least at the time of making this video, might not play in this game. Joe Burrow didn't really play much during this past season. He hasn't played football in a minute, not to mention 2023, 2022, 2020 and 2019, the Cincinnati Bengals lost week 1. They are terrible in the beginning of the season. I think that there is a real chance that the Patriots could win this game. I am taking the Patriots money line at plus 338. Are you kidding me? In fact, let's look. So if you put down 10, what? Bro, if you put down only $10, that can make you $33, bro. That's absurd. You know, only $10. It's not much. It's nothing crazy. I'm going to place that. And if I win, I am going to get $33.80 back. And I think that there is a real chance that the Patriots can win this game. Again, shout out to BetUS.
Michael Vick at BetUS.com. Catch an incredible 125% sign-up bonus on your first 3 deposits, plus 10% gambler's insurance. BetUS, my online sportsbook and casino.
So now comes my verdict on the situation. What should the New England Patriots do, and what do I want to see them do? Well, again, they're at a position where they could take on Caleb Farley because they're not in a win-now mode. To me, it wouldn't make sense for a team like, let's say, the Baltimore Ravens or the Kansas City Chiefs or the 49ers. It doesn't make sense for them to take on Caleb Farley right now because they need guys on the roster that are going to make an immediate impact because they are in their Super Bowl window. But for the Patriots, like I mentioned earlier, they just don't have to worry about that. Now, again, with all the injury problems that he suffered, I wouldn't give him any big money. No team's clearly going to give him that. So I think that this could be a low risk, high reward potential signing for the Patriots, and they can put him on the practice squad. You know, if he starts to look good, maybe they start elevating him for games. And when he's out of elevations, then they sign him to the 53. But as long as they sign him to the practice squad, they don't have to worry about, you know, giving up a roster spot for somebody else that is probably going to be more healthy than Caleb Farley is. If they place him on the practice squad, they can kind of start to evaluate and see where his health is at. And if they feel like they can develop him, which they've always been so good at developing defensive backs, then maybe this is a guy that down the road, the Patriots can turn into cornerback 2, cornerback 3. What you have to remember, too, is that there's a good chance the Patriots are going to need some cornerbacks on their depth chart to step up at some point this upcoming season. Christian Gonzalez coming off of a season-ending injury. Jonathan Jones, year in and year out at this point in his career, constantly dealing with injury problems. I mean, week 1 hasn't even started yet, and Jonathan Jones is already on the injury report as a limited participant. You also have Marcus Jones, who's going to be another starting cornerback for you. He's coming off a season-ending injury, and he's been a little bit more injury-prone also. And the thing is that we know that Caleb Farley has developmental traits. I mean, coming out of college, he was a first-round pick for a reason. There was so much hype that he could be one of the best cornerbacks taken out of that draft. And let's keep in mind, guys like Greg Newsome and Patrick Surtain and Eric Stokes, those were some of the other guys also taken in the first round of that draft. So the potential there was high. We know from a run defensive standpoint that he is there. He has that even transitioning to the NFL. It just comes down to developing him a little bit more in coverage. And you just hope that the training staff can help him a little bit more with his body, that maybe in a way the Tennessee Titans weren't able to, and you can get a little bit more longevity out of him. At the end of the day, though, a 25-year-old, 6'2", former first-round pick cornerback, you have the opportunity to take him and see if you can develop him. Why not do it? The Patriots, again, are in a position where they can take those guys on the roster right now. So to me, again, why not make that move? Throw him on the practice squad. But this is where I kick it off to you guys. What are your thoughts? Do you want to see Caleb Farley a part of the New England Patriots or not? Let me know in the comment section below. Make sure you guys sign up for Locker and join me in playing live games this upcoming season on our live play-by-play streams. And of course, check out BetUS for a limited time 125% sign-up bonus on your first 3 deposits all the way up to $2,000. I appreciate you guys so much for watching. And of course, never forget, go Pats.